So, first, can you tell us a little bit about Conducting from the Grave? How did the band first come together?
Well, I don't really know the full history of it, me being only in the band for about 2 years now. But I do know that I'm either the fourth or the fifth singer. They have been around since I think 2003, 2004. Then they broke up for a little while and formed a band called With Passion. And that was with some other members, including like Greg and Jeff and John, I believe. I may be wrong with that, but and after they made a run with that with Earache Records, then they decided to reform Conducting and kind of began work with Conducting with Drew, and then after that, Drew left for having some problems, personal problems. Then they got Lou from Connecticut on the bill, and he actually had a kid, and so he had to take responsibility. And then he left, and here I am after, all that went down. So it's kind of been a hectic road for the band. I'm sure there's much more included in that, but that's, from my side, that's kind of what I know about the band and how it started.
Wow, I actually had never known that you weren't the original singer. I should look into some of that old stuff. Did they ever record any demos or anything?
No, actually, I jumped on right as they finished recording the tracking for Revenant. So pretty much after that, they tried me out and decided to bring me aboard. It was kind of a really last minute thing. I actually did not think that I was going to get the part. I think I was not competing, but trying out against a couple other vocalists too. And about a week after my tryout, which I did not take really seriously, I literally recorded in my friend's garage on just a live mic. I got a email from Sumerian and a couple of the dudes in the band, and they said, "Hey, you want the gig?" And I went, "Yeah." And then I had my first tour about 2 weeks after that, I think. So it's been really last minute, but yeah, the band definitely has gone through their fair share of singers. That's for damn sure.
That's all. I actually never knew that. That's awesome. I didn't even. You weren't on When Legends Become Dust.
Yeah, no, that was actually Lou. And then so after that, then
wow,
I went on Revenant.
I never knew that. You and Lou, I guess, sound similar.
Yeah, I kind of had to emulate his vocals a little bit, but I had actually been a fan of the band before I joined. I had When Legends Become Dust. I got it about probably a couple weeks after it came out, and I believe in '09. And me and my buddies used to listen to the CD pretty religiously. Marching Toward Extinction was probably one of my favorite songs at the time, and but he always had those kind of really deep growls and stuff. And I was actually in a band before that called Braver, and we did a lot of metalcore stuff like Killswitch Engage and stuff like that, esque type metal, with a lot more singing involved and a little bit more melodic. And so I never got I never got to release my full potential as a screamer. I could actually do that. That's actually the sound that I'm screaming and the tones that I'm actually bringing. Part of my range is actually very similar to Lou's in that aspect. But we sound similar and stuff. I kind of had to emulate him a little bit, but the highs and all that stuff, that's all me. That's all my style and stuff. But so I had to pretty much step up and kind of sound as beastly as Lou. I think he still sounds a little more crushing than myself, but that's pretty much it in a nutshell, I think.
Well, I don't know about all that. I definitely like Revenants more than Legends. But yeah, I guess I just assumed that you were on the first one, because my way of really finding you guys was when I saw you live at the Crazy Donkey in New York when you were playing with Arsis and Dying Fetus.
Oh wow, yeah. That was a while ago.
So yeah, that was I had known of you guys because I have a friend who was trying to show me, but he shows me so many bands that I kind of at a certain point learned to tune it out. But then I saw you guys live, and that was it.
Oh yeah, you kind of get that jaded aspect of it. It's kind of similar to what we have to go through in playing, through the States and everything on tours and stuff. It's kind of funny when kids ask us what we listen to in the van, and they find out that we listen to like radio stations with pretty much pop and something out because we're just kind of we get too much metal in our system, and there's never enough metal in your system, but apparently for bands, you know, that kind of happens sometimes. But but I definitely know what you're talking about in that aspect, though.
Yeah, it's definitely a saturation, but there's so much good stuff out there. Gotta love the internet
Yeah.
for finding the most random
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm scouring that stuff every day, looking for musicians to be part of the projects and stuff that we do, and you know, just trying to branch out as much as we can with other bands, and you know, get jumping on the bill.
That's the best way to do it,
And,
man.
yep, internet's, man. The internet's is the new wave, new age of connection and stuff with bands. So try to hop on that.
So, being in the band for only 2 years, was it difficult for you to step into, you know, the new shoes as a new guy for the band?
It kind of was at first. Luckily for me, all the dudes in CFTG were really, really welcoming and really easy to kind of open, you know, my shell to and all that stuff. In terms of being a vocalist, it kind of was because it's a different style change from the last bands that I've been in, obviously. So I had to kind of step up my brutality for my live performance and stuff, and kind of develop a new persona on stage. Because the way that I look at it really is, it's kind of like acting. I put on this kind of mask on stage, and I have this character built in, and you know, and it's hard to jump from one band that's more of a, you know, like a hopeful kind of singing band, you know, like Killswitch Engage, and being this, you know, soulful sing kind of type of thing, into this, you know, demonic person on stage. And, you know, it was difficult at first, but after a couple of weeks with the band and them being so welcoming and awesome, it made it, the transition became really easy for that time. So
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it doesn't seem easy going from, like, you know, one different kind of sound for metal to a whole different sound for metal. It's just
Very different styles. You know, one singer that I talk to a lot online, Stu Block from Iced Earth and Into Eternity, he always refers to that ability to kind of go from that harsh to clean stuff is hybrid singing. And, you know, you do a little bit of the clean singing towards the end of Revenants. I'd really like to see more of that, you know, kind of come into fruition. I know you had mentioned that Braver was starting to trickle back into a possibility.
yeah, I actually started an online open project basically because we never released our EP with our fans and stuff. So basically what I said was, or what I was planning on doing was bringing together most of the old members. A lot of the old members were just kind of too busy doing their own things and stuff, and I wanted to kind of get the fans involved too, and have them, like, if they had an ability to record, even get the fans to record some parts for the album, and then obviously be mixed and mastered later on. But kind of have it as an open internet project. That way, you know, the fans that were kind of left hanging for Braver kind of had the EP released, and, you know, it was kind of a way for me to kind of clear my conscience, because when I do something, I like to finish it. And unfortunately, sometimes that can't always happen. But now that I have the time and I kind of have the resources to do so, I would definitely like to do that. There are also some things upcoming in the new CFTG. Not too much, because I don't really want to push that as being the new vocalist, kind of changing the style. But we're definitely experimenting with some singing and stuff, like on What Monsters We Become on Revenant. And so you'll be seeing a little bit more of that. Not too much, not enough to say, hey, we're going to sing in every song now kind of thing, but definitely more to experiment with and to kind of, you know, mature our style and do that.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that comes together.
Yeah, me too.
So, you guys are signed to Sumerian Records at this time. Was the
Yes,
band
sir.
already signed when you had joined, or was that did you get to see that happen?
Yeah, Sumerian and CFTG have been working together, I believe, since 2008. I might be wrong. It might be 2009. But before I even hopped on to the project, we were already pre-signed, so I never actually got to experience the whole signing to Sumerian and all that stuff. So.
All right. Well, I mean, even still, you know, it's still a young band. You're still paying your dues in other ways.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're working really hard on the road. Sometimes it's, you know, demoralizing because we feel that we've been here, you know, for a very long time, and maybe not be huge. That's not what we're asking for, but to kind of be in a position to where we have more a bigger following and stuff like that. But in all, I just think that, you know, every band has to pay their dues. Every band has to be on the road. Lamb of God wasn't even a big band until 10 years into their career. You know, it just takes time and it takes hard work, and I believe we're definitely on the right path in doing that to finally hit that stage. And hopefully with our new album that's going to come out pretty soon, you know, it's all going to change and kind of be better for us. We're not looking to be the biggest band in metal right now. We're just looking to continue to do what we do comfortably. And so, you know, we don't have to worry about expenses for touring and stuff, and just kind of keep ourselves on the road so we can keep making music and keep giving our fans what they love, you know? Yeah,
man, you got to do what you got to do. With Revenants, your second album with CFTG, it's been getting fantastic reviews since it came out about 2 years ago. Have you been working on any new material yet, or are you still focused on the current touring cycle?